The Council on American Islamic Relations has now condemned yesterday's mass shooting at the Islamic Center of San Diego.
Joining us now, the executive director of the organization, Tazeen Nizam. Good morning. We were on the phone yesterday when all of this was happening, and thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yesterday, I could hear the emotion in your voice, and I still feel it today. You know, we're just getting a moment to meet each other after being on the phone, and I gotta imagine the last 24 hours has been difficult for you.
Yes, it's a lot.
The reaction from the community over the last 24 hours is you're learning more and more about what happened.
The community is shaken, the community is fearful, the community is devastated. I don't know how and when and how long it will be before the community can recover from this.
When you heard about what happened, and I know with CARE, you guys do a lot of work to prevent things like this, to show people who you guys are, you're part of the community and everything else, and then this happens. What goes through your mind in terms of just, it goes beyond just asking for your reaction? Because I'm sure part of you must be like, just the frustration, like, again, something like this happens.
On those initial moments, it's so crippling. You can't think of anything, you just react, and that's what initially happened. Is when I spoke to you the first time, I wasn't so emotional, and then when I actually walked by the Islamic Center and saw the body of Officer Amin lying there, that's when I lost it. And that's the reality for a lot of the community members. Slowly, as we unfold this, the children saw him lying there. The children loved him. The community loved him. So it's just devastating. It's something that I can't explain because not just for myself, but for the community, especially the community that was directly impacted and was there on site.
The Islamic Center, the largest center mosque in San Diego, I was there many years ago. For anybody that's never been through there, the doors there, tell me a little bit about the center and the community it serves.
The center is a place of welcome to not just the Muslim community, but the larger San Diego community. The Imam is a wonderful human being who is involved in many social justice projects and has been uplifting not just the Muslim, but the larger community as well. And he has welcomed interfaith leaders, he has welcomed social justice leaders. For years and years, that place has been where we've all gathered to talk about many issues. Grown together in that place, we've learned together in that place. And for this place of love and congregation to be attacked, it is just...
Tell folks more about what CARE does. So we know the Islamic Center of San Diego, but what does your organization specifically do, and what is the goal?
CARE is the largest Muslim civil rights organization in the United States. We have many offices across the states and different cities. In San Diego, we have an office not too far from here. We serve the community with the civil rights need and immigration needs. We are there to prepare the community. We do many Know Your Rights sessions on interaction with ICE, with law enforcement, how to prepare the community. We do a lot of anti-bullying workshops with schools and prepare community members how to address these issues. Overall, we act as a defense when the community faces these things and prepares them how to interact, how to react, and how to report.
You talk about how the community has had to face things, and over the years, as really the conversations have changed so much, where places of worship need to have a security guard standing in front to be able to protect the people that use these places as a place to practice their religion. And for schools, this is not, unfortunately, Tazeen, the first time. I mean, we had a shooting at a synagogue a few years ago here in San Diego. And for most people watching, it's hard to know that you drive by churches, schools, mosques, synagogues, and you have to have security guards standing in front to protect people.
No places of worship, no congregants should ever have to face this. No school children should ever have to face these. These are little kids from K through 4th grade. These kids loved Officer Amin, their hero, who stood there, smiled at them every day, and yesterday gave his life for them. Wow. The Islamic Center, a place of worship, a place of love, is attacked. And many congregations, many places of worship have faced this across the country. And in recent times, the heightened Islamophobia has brought this closer and closer to our community. We've been facing this post 9/11, but in the last few years, it has increased. We are facing, anywhere from bullying attacks at a school to a mass shooting. This is a spectrum of what the community faces on a daily basis.
We've heard the last couple of days, places of worship, really places of learning, places anywhere. And you mentioned this just now, we shouldn't have to deal with this, but we do. It's a sad reality of life that we're all living with right now. So how do you heal, and what can we do? Because we saw that these shooters, there was anti-Islamic rhetoric, anti-Islamic writings and things like that. What goes wrong? What more needs to get done? What can we do? How do we get to this point where we shouldn't have to, but we're sitting here talking about this again?
This is not just one thing how we do. This is going to be a very multi-fold, multi-agency, multi-institution solution that we're going to have to come with. Knowing your neighbors, understanding that they are just regular people just like you.
Is the key.
Accepting Muslims as part and parcel of the community. We are a part of the fabric of this nation, part of the fabric of this city. Accepting your Muslim neighbors, learning about them, not othering them, not hating them. That's what we ask of our general community. And many allies are going to stand by us in the next few days, next few months, years. And we ask the general community to be part and parcel of this healing process for us.
You talk about the learning, and Imam Hassan yesterday was mentioning during the news conference that I think it was that weekend or that day, there were people who were not Muslim who actually went to the center curious and wanting to learn more. Is that the answer? Part of the answer?
Learning is definitely part of the answer, because ignorance leads to hatred, leads to these kind of crimes. Definitely learning about each other, accepting each other is part of the solution. Combating Islamophobia in many ways is going to be part of the healing process and the learning process. And actually eliminating these hateful crimes from our community is going to take a lot of agencies to come to the table to work through the solutions.
Do you have any plans, does CARE have any plans with Islamic Center in terms of bringing the community together? Have you guys spoken about something like that to make it happen soon?
Today at 2 o'clock, we are hosting a press conference to address our heroes that we have lost, to address the loss that our community is facing. And then later in the evening, we will have a vigil at 6:30 for the larger community to gather, for our allies to join us, and for people to start healing.
Your message to people watching right now that you would want them to know about this security officer, the others who gave their life, and for the community who is hurting this morning, what would you tell them?
Officer Amin was a shining light of the Islamic Center. He stood there Monday through Friday welcoming community members, students, families, and he just did that. He did his job well. He martyred his life for those students, for those families, for the Islamic Center. He is a true hero, and the other two individuals that lost their lives as well, those are the heroes of yesterday.
Haseen Nizam, we thank you. I mean, our hearts go out, obviously, to the entire community. No one should have to deal with this again. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.